When I first became a Christian, I thought I needed to give away everything, so every dollar that came in. And in fact, I thought having a budget was a lack of faith. But as I've grown in my journey with the Lord, I've started to realize that God's got a set of principles governing finances. And I'm going to share with you in this video exactly how I applied that to my own life, and I was able to save my first $1,000. One verse that shaped everything for me was Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." And so I realized that encompassed every area of my life, not only my day-to-day doings or things that I needed to do, but it included my finances and how I needed to manage my finances. I needed to trust God with it, but also He would show me what I needed to do. He showed me ways in which I could increase my finances through business and side hustles and things like that. But He also showed me ways and areas that I needed to cut back. So that particular scripture has completely changed my life, because now I trust in Him with the finances, but He shows me what it is that I need to do. Okay, so what that looks like from a practical perspective is we stop thinking about our finances in terms of a budget, but rather in terms of a spending plan. So how a spending plan works is you identify what your financial goals are, goals that aligns with what you believe God has placed in your heart. So these could be goals to give more. This could be goals for your family to do certain things. So you name it, you pray about it, God gives you direction with regards to that. We then went ahead and then we automated our finances towards those goals. So every dollar that comes into our bank account has an assignment. So as money comes in, it goes to our particular goals. One of the goals that we've got in our household is to be able to travel to South Africa to visit family over there. So every pay period, money goes from our bank account, checking account, directly into a travel savings fund, so that we can actually go through and visit the family in South Africa every year. The other thing that it's also, I just want to point out at this point in time, yes, you can automate the tithe. And so what I mean by that, it's where it goes directly out of your checking account on a particular day each month to your church. However, I want to encourage you just to pause and to spend some time just thanking God, because we can, even with that, we can just get into this automation sort of world where we're just transferring, but not really reflecting on how He's provided for us. So if you are going to automate your tithe, I encourage you, even before you do that, just to spend some time with the Lord, just to thank Him for actually bringing the increase your way. So one of our goals was to have an emergency fund and to have at least $1,000. And in fact, we've gone way over that because of the system in place. Goal, automation. And as a result of that, of having that money in that particular savings account, it's given peace. So when we've had unexpected bills that have popped up, we didn't have to use a credit card, and we didn't have to worry or be concerned, or we weren't filled with anxiety because we already had the money set aside. And when the unexpected happened, we paid for it, but then we just applied the same principle. And so we had peace, right? And I know that peace, true peace, comes from God. But also when we play our part, it's amazing just the extra or added level of peace that you actually are going to have. So guys, as we wrap this video up, I know this was a little bit different. I want to encourage you just to trust the Lord. Comment trust beneath this video so that I can come into agreement with you that God will provide for you and for your family.